Hey everyone, it's Mike from Orderflows, and in this video I'm going to explain the Orderflows Indicator 3-pack. I'm going to explain what it is and how to get it. Now, the Orderflows Indicator 3-pack is a set of 3 new indicators that have taken us over 6 months to get ready, and these indicators do not overlap the previous indicators that we have released, such as market exhaustion, delta scalper, price rejector. These indicators are the Orderflows AV indicator, the Orderflows market flow trader, and the Orderflows tension indicator. Now, before I dive into it, I'm going to show you a bunch of charts, but just go through the brief disclaimer, understand that trading involves risk. So first is the Orderflows AV indicator. And the Orderflows AV indicator is a reversal based indicator, and it compares values in a bar to bars before it, looking for areas where value is being rejected. Now, if you have ever studied market profile analysis, you know that the market is always searching for value, then it finds that value, then it moves looking for a new value as conditions change in trader sentiment. So, on a footprint chart, all right, you have to know what to look for. This is the Orderflows AV indicator, and it's telling me this red line down here is the low of the day. It's telling me that, the AV indicator is kicking in, telling me that the value area is being put here, and now potentially the market is going to search for a new value area. And as you can see, it's coming in at this bar. Now I do have this trade entry signal enabled, so the signal is appearing on the bar after the signal bar, and the market eventually goes sideways, unfortunately, but then it starts rallying, right? Imagine here, the low was what, 40, the low of this bar 4900, low of the day was 48.99, and you can see we rallied all the way up into the 49.50 areas shortly thereafter. Now, if you know how to read the order flow, then yeah, you can understand what's happening in here. But if you don't know how to read the order flow, you don't know what to make of what's happening, in the bar relative to the previous bars. Now, to make it simpler, what we've done is we've created this indicator, and it will run on a normal bar chart. So this is the Orderflows AV indicator starting from Sunday, February 23rd at 5 p.m. I'm just going to take you through the entire week. And as you can see, there's a signal over here. I do have the trade entry signal enabled, so you'll see some potential trades where it didn't give an actual entry. Here's a buy, but I'm just going to take you through. I'm not going to explain every single one. Nice sell. Now this is the trade entry signal, right? The conditions were met for potential trade, but there's no arrow drawn here, meaning that the trade entry signal did not give an actual trade signal, even though the conditions were met. If there was an actual trade, there would be the down triangle. Again, this is the E-mini 1-minute chart. I'm just going to take you through the entire week. This past week of February 23rd until the 28th was a week unlike I've seen in a long time. The volatility in the market was off the charts. We're getting tremendous moves in all the equity markets. So if you can survive that week, you're doing good. But I want you to show how this indicator worked on a very difficult week for a lot of traders. Now, how some people use these zones is they use them as their stop level, right? So they'll take the trade on the up triangle or down triangle, and they'll use this little zone here, this little buffer, as their stop placement. But as you can see, not every trade was a big winner. There's some big winners, some small winners, and some losses. This was a loss right here. But I want you to see that and understand. And again, nothing is 100% in the markets. I always laugh when I see these advertisements or these posts on Facebook. Oh yeah, I have my Forex system is 98%, winning trades. You could buy it for $9.95 or something like that. It's crazy. And unfortunately, people fall for that. Trading is not an easy business. This was Friday already. You can see the market was all over the place on Friday, especially. Some nice trends, especially the trend late in the day. Now notice there was this big trend late in the day. It went from 28.80 all the way up to 29.80, 100-point move in the S&Ps in, basically a 15-minute time. Now there was no signal here, right? The reason being is because the order flow didn't give one, right? You can only trade what the market is giving you in terms of the order flow. All right, so that's the Orderflows AV indicator. So the second indicator is the Orderflows Market Flow Trader. And this indicator is based on the ratios and divergence tools found in the Orderflows Trader footprint chart, which signal price defense and price rejection. Now, there are several ways of using ratios with divergences, and they are incorporated into this indicator. Now, the way I teach people to use them is at the highs and lows of the days, but you can also use them intraday. And to be honest, the ratio and divergence is a trade I'm always looking for because it's what got me hooked on order flow many, many years ago when I discovered it. Now, on a footprint chart, it's pretty easy to see, right? This is a Bund chart. This is your divergence. You have your new low, right? You got the little green triangle there, and you have a ratio that you like, a blue number, right? My software was the first one to put these numbers on there. Then other vendors started putting, they figured out how to calculate the ratio. They started adding it onto their software, like, oh, we have the ratios, but they don't know how to apply it, right? Because it's not something that they've ever used in their trading. It's just because they saw it on my software, and there was a lot of interest in it, and they said, well, we'll just put it on there ourselves. But they never really taught people how to use it. And so I created this indicator which takes the different ways I use it. I don't just use it at the high of the day, the low of the day. I also use it intraday, in swings and etc. So let's go on the Market Flow Trader for last week, February 23rd through the 28th. And you can see here intraday, right? We started out that day, Sunday night. We came in, traded lower, started going sideways. You can see some signals in here. Again, I don't want to go through all the signals. I think on this one, I have the trade entry signal turned on. Okay, so you can see in here the ratios that I'm using, which are, this is the standard defaults that I'm showing you right now on this indicator. Let me just go up here. This was a losing trade here, right? But then it came back at a nice winning trade. Some small winners. Again, this is an E-mini 1-minute chart. Here's the cash open. Nice big move. Again, last week you got these moves in these equity markets that were really gigantic. This, is to say the least. Here's a nice trade starting at 5 in the afternoon, 5:40 on Monday. That. Again, I'm not going to go explain all these trades. I just want you to see, where there were winners, where there were losers, just so you can understand the power of this tool. Now, a question that I get is, well, if I have these tools, do I still need to watch the order flow? Well, I like to use the order flow because I like to manage the trade once I'm in it. Right? If I start seeing things in the order flow that aren't conducive to my position, then I'm going to cut it. However, if I see things in the order flow that look supportive of my position, then I'll stay in it longer. Right? What day are we on? The 26th here. Again, I want you to see this tool, and again, this is just the default settings, right? You can still adjust the settings based on the way you trade, based on the markets that you trade as well. Okay, now we're coming into Friday. All right, so that's the Orderflows Market Flow Trader. Now, the third indicator is the Orderflows Tension indicator. And what this does is it analyzes the orders traded on the bid and the order flow traded on the offer. Well, it should be, and finds the bars where the traders are struggling to take control of the market, but eventually one side takes control of that market. Now, this indicator can be used as a reversal indicator as well as in momentum. Right, it measures the order flow, not to the orders. And let me get that straight. I just want to highlight that to you. Right, this is an order flow based indicator, so it's based on the trades that go through. So let me reread that just so there's no confusion. It analyzes the order flow traded on the bid and the order flow traded on the offer, not the orders that were sitting on the bid or the orders traded on the offer. Right, I like to look at what actually trades in the market. Okay, so on an order flow footprint chart, this is what it looks like. It's hard to see it in a bar like this, right? You have to know exactly what you're looking for. And to be honest, the way the markets have been trading, again, this past week, which is, honestly, before this past week, the markets I thought had been extremely volatile. This past week is just really, something I haven't seen in a long, long time, if ever. I mean, I've traded through the financial crisis of 2007, 2008, even before that, the back in the 90s with LTCM, and Russia's default and stuff like that, and the Bank of England, and other situations. But what we're seeing now is the things that a lot of people have never seen before. And so you're getting these bars. Look at this bar in the E-minis, 29, we'll call it 29.33 to 20, it's a 10-point move in one bar on a 1-minute chart in the E-minis. Back 4 or 5 years ago, this would be half your day's range right here, and now you're getting that in one bar. But anyway, if you're looking at the order flow on a footprint chart, it's difficult to see where the tension is in the market. You can see here's a sell up here, there's a buy here, here's another sell, right? And you gotta know what you're looking for. So what we did is, I took this analysis and we put it into an indicator, right? So here you can see the tension indicator. Okay, again, I'll take you through the week of February 23rd, starting on Sunday night. Okay, nothing really happened here, just sort of kind of quiet before all the fireworks happen, and here it's starting to give some nice sell signals. Okay, here's a buy that failed, came right back with a nice buy. Again, some sells, then some buys, some more sells, a little back and forth there, some nice sells right before this, 2 in the morning, 50-point move right there, 2 in the morning in the S&Ps is pretty big, then right back up. Again, catches this move right here, starting at 630, 3100 down to 3060. Again, another big monster move here from 3080 down to the close, 2980, 100 points in the S&Ps. It's crazy the way these moves have been. I know a lot of people that have been making a lot more money than normal, but they've had to widen their stops, but they're very good traders to begin with. But then again, I know some people that have also struggled because they're not used to this volatility, and they didn't realize that they have to expand their stops. They're entering an order, getting filled literally 5-10 points away from the last traded price. Then they're finally getting the sell stopped out, within 2 seconds. So anyway, this is the Orderflows Tension indicator. Now, again, what we've done is we've taken what we see in the order flow and we put it into an indicator that will show up on a bar chart. So whether you're using an order flow footprint chart, whether it's my chart or NinjaTrader's chart, it doesn't matter. You can still manage the trade. I prefer to manage the trade reading the order flow. You could use targets as well. Now, this software it runs on NinjaTrader. It will run on the free version as well. So, say you're using a different trading platform to enter your orders, you could just download from NinjaTrader their free version, load these indicators on there, but you will need a real-time data feed if you're going to trade through your other trading platform. That's what some people do. I know people that trade other markets, not just the US markets, and what they do is they get the free version of NinjaTrader, they load the indicators on, they get a data feed like from IQfeed or Kinetick, and they trade that market, but they use the trading platform of NinjaTrader. So if you're interested in these indicators, what you do is you go to orderflows.com/3pack.html. The link is below in the description, and it'll take you to the page. It'll show you how to proceed on the next step. So thanks everyone for watching this short video, and have a great day. Bye-bye.